There was the introduction of travel restrictions, which were widened over time in tandem with the spread of COVID-19 globally. The introduction of facilities and services dedicated to care and treatment of both suspect and actual cases of COVID-19. The establishment of facility-based quarantine sites, the commencement of national testing for COVID-19, intense public awareness and education, the national scale down and a national curfew to support a policy of social distancing. All these measures were undertaken as part of an overall public health strategy to contain the spread of COVID-19 among our citizens. On March 13, 2020, our first case of COVID-19 was diagnosed. The second case was on March 14th, and the third, March 16th. The fourth on the 28th of March. On March 29th, 5 cases were diagnosed, and on March 30th, an additional 4 cases, bringing our national total to date to 13 diagnosed cases, all diagnosed within approximately 2 weeks. Though the Ministry of Health is actively directing persons to testing and care, this trend in confirmed cases is of concern. Apart from indicating that local transmission is established in Saint Lucia, it also indicates that the required infection prevention measures are not being adhered to as recommended by the Ministry of Health and the World Health Organization. As the Ministry of Health, our urgent single priority at this point is to significantly slow down and contain community spread of this virus to protect the health and safety of every individual. As such, more drastic measures are now necessary to reduce the impact at this stage.
My fellow Saint Lucians, we find ourselves here again tonight after addressing you on Sunday, and since then we've had 9 additional cases, and we believe confirmation that we have community spread. As a result of that, after discussions with my cabinet colleagues and also with the relevant Ministry of Health directors, we have determined at this point that we have to expand our shutdown of the country. So as of 5 a.m. tomorrow, every person shall remain confined to their place of residence, inclusive of their personal yards. In essence, we're going to put into effect a 24-hour curfew. A person can only leave their place of residence upon written authorization by NEMO, inclusive of essential services. People are not permitted to go to the beach, go for a walk, or to visit their neighbor. People will only be allowed to leave their place of residence for medical emergencies. Supplies will be provided to the poor and vulnerable by NEMO, and police persons who need emergency supplies from NEMO can call 311 for assistance. I'd like to repeat that NEMO will take charge of the implementation of the shutdown and the delivery of items to the poor and to the vulnerable. The items are the basket of goods as determined by NEMO. For clarity, supermarkets will not be opened tomorrow, and this shall remain in effect until April 7th, 5 a.m.